Let's do it, guys. Let's get down to the real deal with the Payne's investment pros. Now, I thought this NLRB was initially designated to mediate. They said they would mediate between businesses and unions, but let's face it, right now it's all about forcing the unionization of corporate America. And Matt, I think that's devastating.
I think it's extremely devastating. I mean, the Chamber of Commerce came out last month and they said basically the biggest thing that's concerning small businesses is overregulation. And if this isn't overregulation, I don't know what is. And you talk about, just look at New York, the Dunkin' Donuts, the Subways. If these companies are affected, you're not going to have Dunkin' Donuts on the corner anymore. You're not going to have Subways. And those are families that are living off that one franchise that put food on the table.
There are 3.5 million workers that work in franchises and fast food restaurants. So I think this is just a union ploy here. I think they just want to make sure that they're getting more dues. So let's say all of those people have to pay dues. The union is then going to make around $850 million just from those dues. And then McDonald's, 750 employees, they're going to make around $150 million. This is all money just going to the unions, Charles.
You're going to be really surprised at what I have to say, Charles. But this is a blow, actually, to franchises. It could be, and their entire business model, right? Because they're set up in order to actually make money off of these little owners of franchisees that pay up to the parent company, okay? This is actually becoming the ground zero of the minimum wage debate.
It is, and if 15, here's the thing, now that you can actually say there's a moral argument, or the moral argument has been enhanced because the parent company is in bed with the small business. You can no longer say you're attacking a small business. It won't just hurt their bottom line.
Well, and the International Franchise Association came out and they represent all of these franchisees that saved their money for years and years to buy these companies. They said franchising was up 1.7% in 2014, third straight year of gains, but before that it was down for 3 years. So they're concerned that this decision will discourage people from wanting to become franchisees
Charles,
at all.
We talk a lot about immigrants that come to this country and how they make, they come here, they start their own businesses. They start oftentimes owning franchises. What is this going to do to the immigrants that come in here wanting to start
I'm worried about what it's going to do
jobs?
to everybody in this country, because I read where 1 in 3 people in this country started off working in a restaurant, like some sort of small restaurant.
And people think you're going after McDonald's. They're going after these big multi-billion-dollar corporations. You're not going after McDonald's. As you mentioned, you're going after the franchisees. You're going
small business.
And what happens then when they shut the doors? There's more people out of work. I mean, we already have enough people out of work already.
If the NLRB is finding there was over 100 cases brought to them, 42 of them were found to have merit with these wage violations, worker violations, there should be better guidelines coming from McDonald's corporate to help these franchisees guide in their business owners.
They tell them how to build a burger. How about telling them how to hire people?
And listen, first of all, I find the rulings to be a little bit suspect in the first place. This guy, Richard Griffin, wasn't he appointed, the guy who made this ruling, wasn't he appointed as a recess appointment? I thought the Supreme Court, all 9 justices said he shouldn't even be in the job. You got a guy who's in the job illegally, according to the Constitution, making these kind of a ruling. I just hope maybe at some point they could erase it. Before we switch topics, who worked in a fast food restaurant coming up?
I worked in a hospital, though, which is very close.
What's up, my man?
I worked at a fish store, a local fish store.
A local fish store?
Yeah.
Probably not operating minimum wage.
Small business. It's all right.
You had one tweet for us, no?
Oh, I had a quick tweet. Yeah, Bryce Covert says, big news for fast food workers. NLRB just said that McDonald's corporate is their boss, not the franchisees.
Exactly. I tell you, this is a very dangerous thing. The biggest news of the day. But there was